Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Onward VR Master League. I am your caster, Noman with a 4, joined today by my co-caster, Xandria. How you doing, Xandria?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic, and we got a pretty solid matchup here to talk about as the teams get ready. We're bringing you guys Ember versus Riot today. Let's talk real quick about the bans. So the ban coming out of Ember is going to be Quarantine, and the ban coming out of Riot is Subway. So the only real interesting note on this one is Quarantine actually statistically would be Ember's best map, although I have heard from the team captain that they've been sort of reworking their strategies for that one lately and haven't had a lot of luck. So that's why they chose that one. And Subway kind of feels like an okay-ish ban. What do you think?
Yes, Subway is definitely a good ban. I think with the rework of it, not too many people are really solid on it. And looking at Riot statistics, they have none on Subway.
Yeah, I would imagine they need to put in a little bit of practice before they want to dive into something like that. But the map choice that we are going to be going with here, I believe was Ember's choice, as they are home, is going to be Downfall. They're going to kick this game off on Downfall. And before the teams have a chance to start up, let's jump real quick over to the match page, talk about our lineup. So on the Ember side, you've got Hailfire, Rob, Switch, Milkman, Quokka, Riley Duncan, and SliderCon. And on the Riot side, you've got Zero, Ronnie P, Seth Bowden Gaming, Superfax, TFH, and the Unseen Threat. So one of our good casting buddies there, Todd, on the Riot side, and a lot of members of both teams are pretty known in the league these days. Riot obviously was the old Magnificent Bastards team, so they've been around for quite some time. But yeah, this is pretty interesting matchup. It's a bronze versus silver matchup, but it's relatively close in the standings, if I'm not mistaken. Only, I can't quite remember the actual MMR diff, but taking a look here, it's 1170 to 1190. So 20 MMR, not a huge gap to overcome, and this would be a very nice, juicy little win for Ember that's sort of been up and coming since their rocky start of this season, where they lost five matches in a row, but then came back, grabbed 3. I think have since just only lost 1. So I think this could be very good for them. Riot also started the season off real strong and has sort of had a bit of a downswing. So it's kind of an interesting scenario that we're in. One team on the up and up, and one team sort of, yeah, I want to say falling from grace, but it's not really that dramatic. But yeah, the teams are jumping in. So real quick, take you guys to the pre-round. What are your thoughts on this matchup? What are you expecting to see here, Xandria?
You know, with Riot, with my experience with them, I see a lot of aggression, you know, good teamwork. And Ember is really good on the teamwork, but not so aggressive. So I'm interested to see how it plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just playing in a scrim with them just yesterday, and I happened to be on their team. They were short a player. But they are very coordinated. They do have all the good workings of a solid team. Riot, obviously, I've had experience with them just as Magnificent Bastards. I don't think we've even had a chance to play them just yet as plays. But But also another team that I'm very familiar with, and yeah, I don't know that they're. I guess they are relatively aggressive. I think the new Riot is relatively aggressive. I remember Magnificent Bastards being a little bit more on that sort of mid-rangey side, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a very interesting matchup, and there's a decent amount at stake here. This is probably the game that will get Ember out of the Bronze League and shoot them up into Silver, somewhere in the middle of the statistic in the worldwide standings. So definitely a little bit of pressure on them, but Riot also looking to put up some more points to try to climb back up that board after having a few punishing games. I think it all started with a game against Globo Cap. We all don't know how punishing that can be at times. But I do want to take a minute and thank everybody for coming to hang out with us here today on Master League 2. We did just, I believe, this week hit affiliate status here on Master